Alright, what up, you schmucks? You know, I find it funny and sad how many talents dropped on this dog shit company. For those who don't know, Nijisanji announced that Victoria Brightshield, also known as Vivi, is graduating from the company. They mentioned how sad they are to see her go, and I find that hilarious because this graduation announcement makes it sound like they give a shit about her, when that couldn't be further from the truth. With how much Vivi has been through, it's not surprising why she decided to leave Niji. So let's talk about it. When Vivi joined Nijisanji, she wanted to get closer with her favorite VTubers, that being Pomu and Selene. Then a few months later, they ended up leaving. One of them graduated, and the other attempted to unalive herself after being bullied by her co-workers. I'm sure you can imagine how depressed and traumatized she must have felt, knowing that someone she idolized tried to unalive herself. But that's not all. Not only did both her Oshis leave, the company she worked for didn't bother marketing her. She doesn't have any original songs, and she was left out of a major collaboration, that being the NBA collab. For context, Vivi is a fan of the NBA, yet she was never asked to be a part of it. She didn't know this was the thing until it was publicly announced on Twitter. Nijisanji missed her chance to include someone who's passionate about basketball, but was like, "Oh, you want to be a part of this collab? Well, fuck you. You didn't meet our expectations, so go fuck yourself." It just goes to show that if you're not one of their favorites, you ain't eating. I'm sure you can imagine that affecting her self-esteem. That's like being a waiter and getting no tips from your shitty boss because you weren't good enough, which sucks fucking balls. Luckily, she did get to participate in Seijin Slam, a Street Fighter 6 tournament, alongside her idol, Doki Bird. However, Nijisanji placed restrictions so they couldn't interact. It's pretty lame how much this company controls its current and former talents, like fucking puppets on a string. There's nothing I find more cringe than motherfuckers telling others how to live their life. Obviously depends on the situation, but in this case, it's a fucking game, bruh. I don't know about you, but if I had to work for a VTuber agency and had to deal with all that bullshit, I would fucking speedrun that resignation letter. Knowing how badly Nijisanji treats its talents, it's not surprising why Vivi would choose to graduate. She even talked about how unhappy she was working there. She admits that she hasn't been the best version of herself, in the sense that she's been depressed due to all the stress she's endured at the company, thus affecting her energy and motivation during her streams. And because of that, she constantly apologized to her fans, thinking that she failed them, that she wasn't the happy, positive VTuber that she used to be when she first debuted. She tried to be hopeful and optimistic that things would get better, but realized it wasn't worth it. It's gotten so bad to the point where she's debating on quitting content creation for good. It really shows how much of a bad impression Nijisanji left on her. It's clear that Vivi wanted to do big things in the company that she couldn't do as an indie, but Nijisanji never gave her that chance. It pisses me off how much this company manages to crush the hopes and dreams of their own talents, which is why I don't feel a shred of guilt talking shit about them. DG only exists to hinder their talent's growth. They treated her idols poorly, she barely had a chance to shine in the company, and they control who she's allowed to interact with. DG doesn't give a shit about their talents, and it shows. They made her feel worthless and invaluable, but the worst part is that she's thinking of quitting content creation, and I find that very heartbreaking. As someone who's very passionate about content creation, it's sad seeing her feel this way. Losing your passion for something is like watching a part of yourself die. I'm really hoping Vivi doesn't give up on content creation, so I would appreciate it if you guys checked out her past life account and show her some love. Show her that you don't need to be in an agency to be a successful content creator. I'd see ya.